welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 5. I'm super excited to be bringing you my whole collection project pan finale. Normally I feel like the end of project pans are a little bit bittersweet, but I honestly am just excited to be done with this year's project pan, take a little bit of a break for the next few weeks, and then start 2023 afresh with all of my projects. I do plan to do the whole collection project pan again in 2023, but I think rather than doing 10 products at a time, I might lower it to 6 so that I'm working on less products throughout my projects at any given time, hopefully avoiding panner's fatigue in 2023. But I do have one empty to share with you today. The rest of my progress is like not the most exciting, but we are going to be wrapping up and finalizing my whole collection project pan today. So if you are interested in my finale and my updates on these products, stay tuned for us. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. I am posting every single day at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time throughout the month of December, so would love if you'd subscribe. And other than that, let's get into the update. All right, you guys, as always, I will go in order that I roll these products in. So the first product is my empty, and this product has been in since the introduction, and it is also my third foundation empty since I gave myself the rule and the stipulation I had to finish 3 foundations before I could purchase any more foundations. I will say I do have my eye on the House Labs foundation. That's the only one I could see myself potentially purchasing. But other than that, I do kind of want to take it easy on my makeup purchases still. And I don't feel the need to go out and purchase every foundation on the market. So this is my Dior Forever Skin Glow. This is a favorite foundation of mine, and I'm a little bit sad to see it go because this has been reformulated. I haven't tried the reformulation. I'm not sure if I will like it as much, and I'm not gonna go out and immediately repurchase the reformulation because I want to keep on this path of continuing to finish off foundations in my collection rather than just go bring a bunch of new ones in. So when I rolled this in, I had about 2/3 of the product left, and it was weighing 133 grams. Last update, during the November update, I was about here, and I pretty much primarily focused on this foundation this last month, and this is weighing 114 grams as an empty today. I've tried to scrape as much as I can. I've like taken the pump out and like scraped at the sides, and this truly is like all I can really get out of this foundation. So this isn't empty. I'm very happy to add another foundation empty to my year-end empties. I'm excited to have another foundation empty, and that is my update on that. Okay, of course my camera battery died, so if I'm in a somewhat different position, I do apologize. Up next, I have this Catrice primer. This has been in since May, and it weighed 24 grams when I rolled it in May. It was pretty close to being brand new in May. It was at the start line, which was like about right here. I mean, we had over 3/4 of this product left to finish off when I rolled this in May. I misspoke. This weighed 31 grams when I rolled this in June, actually, and it does weigh 26 grams today. It weighed 26 grams last update. I did make a new line marking though. I went from here to about here. So I had this in my list of items that I wanted to finish off and pan in 2022, but I've also been working on my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer most of this year, which is also kind of like a pore filling primer. So these two really kind of were competing for attention, and it's gonna be close, but I do think that I will finish my Tarte primer by the end of the year, so I'm okay that this isn't an empty. This is something I am considering potentially rolling into my rolling Project 10 pan for 2023. I would like to finish this off next year, which I think is totally doable, seeing as I'll have another smoothing primer out of my collection and then I can focus on this one, but wasn't quite able to finish that one off. I am excited to kind of just put this away and really focus on finishing my Tarte one before the end of the year. But that's my update with that one. Next up, not super exciting on this next product. It is my Gimme Glow Cosmetics single eyeshadow. This is in the shade Sandcastle. I do actually have this as my only shade on my eyes today. This is like the perfect, just like one shade on your crease at least for me. It works really well. I just kind of forgot about this and I didn't reach for it. I maybe reached for it 2 or 3 times since the last update. I don't know that there'll be any visible difference when I show the pictures. This weighed 4 grams when we rolled this in. I did roll this in the July update. It weighed 3 grams last update and it still weighs 3 grams today. So not super exciting progress on this. Maybe this will be something I can focus on to hit pan on next year. But as of right now, no pan there. And that will obviously be rolling out because this project is ending. Next up, another not exciting update at all. I have my Makeup by Mario blush stick in the shade Earthy Pink. I believe I reached for this 2 times. There's no line marking movement. There's no weight change. There's really a whole lot of nothing with this. When I rolled this in, this weighed 53 grams. It weighs 52 grams today. It weighed 52 grams last update. I really do enjoy this cream blush shade. As I mentioned in literally every video, I haven't been doing my makeup as frequently, so I haven't been reaching for my products as frequently, and this is just how it goes. But I am hoping to get more use out of this next year, and I'm just glad that it was in this project to encourage me to get more use than I likely would have had it not been going in the project pan. Another cream blush I was working on is my RMS cream blush in the shade Spell. This is the Lip to Cheek. This is a really, really beautiful neutral shade. I sort of forgot that I was working on this / was cycling through other products as well, so I believe I only reached for this 1 time since my last update. I again don't think there'll be any like visible change from last update to this update. From the introduction, I do believe there's a little bit of visible change and visible progress within this product, so that's super exciting. This did weigh 39 grams when I rolled this in during the July update. It weighed 38 grams last update in November, and it does still weigh 38 grams today. This is something I do plan to focus on. I don't know if I'll try and pan this by any means next year, but it's just a very neutral, easy, everyday wearable blush, and I hadn't worn this too much prior to it being in this project, and putting this in this project made me realize how much I actually do enjoy this. So I do anticipate I will still get quite a bit of use on this next year, even if it's not necessarily going in a project pan. Next up, I have this LA Girl eyeliner. This is one of their Shockwave eyeliners. They're neon ones, and it is in the shade Fresh, which is this really bright, vibrant, like minty shade. It's really, really pretty. I gave myself a 20 use goal on this. I only ended up reaching for it a total of 14 times, so I didn't quite reach my goal. I only reached for this 1 time since the last update. When I show my line markings, you'll see that I wasn't able to make a new line marking this time around either. This weighed 6 grams when I rolled this in July. It still weighs 6 grams today. However, I will say I likely would not have reached for this at all this year had this not been in a project, or maybe 1 or 2 times. This really did motivate me to reach for it more than I would have. So, and if you look at my line markings, there's at least some change. Like, I at least used this some this year, so I'm just gonna take that as a win. Next up is a product that I rolled in August. It is the Melt Raw Honey Blush Duo. This is what this one looks like, and I really wanted to try and wear away the imprint on this side of the blush. That didn't go super well for me. I did reach for this 4 additional times since the last update. I said I rolled this in August. It weighed 75 grams in August. Last update, it weighed 74 grams, and it did weigh 73 grams today. I will say I'm curious to see if my pictures are going to show any sort of difference at all, just because I did kind of focus on like this portion right here on the deeper side. That's mostly how I was reaching for this product, and sometimes I was mixing the 2 sides as well, but I'll be curious to see if there's any like visible change in the progress photos. This again is another product that I reached for so much more than I would have this year because it was in this project, and I'm certainly happy with that, but I'm also kind of excited to put this away for a while. Also in the August update, I randomly rolled in my other Dior foundation. This is just the original Dior Forever. I have mine in the shade 2CR, and when I rolled this in August, this weighed 140 grams. It weighed 139 grams last update, and it does weigh 137 grams today. I am stupid and shook this up, so I don't necessarily have any indication of where I could potentially make a new line marking. Plus it's the finale and I'm rolling this out, but I would say because I'm at 137 grams, I likely have more than 2/3 of the product left, because when I rolled this in and had about 2/3 of the product left, this weighed 133 grams. So I likely still have a lot of this left. This is something that I'm considering potentially putting into my Rolling Project 10 pan as well, just because it is a foundation that is getting a little bit older in my collection. And I do really enjoy this foundation, so I would enjoy giving myself an excuse to reach for this more high-end luxury foundation that I do like using, but find myself not using because it is more expensive. So not super exciting progress here. I mean, I'm happy to see that I used 3 grams worth of this, which I don't know if I would or wouldn't have had it not been in this project, but that's another product I'm considering potentially panning in 2023. All right, and then the final product I have to update you on is my Nabla skin glazing. This is in the shade Privilege, which is my favorite of the Nabla skin glazing highlighters that I have. I also have the shade Ozone, which I do like, but Privilege is this really beautiful kind of like golden peachy pink shade. There it is, swatch right there. I've used this so much. I likely would have reached for this pretty frequently had it not been in this project, but it just gave me an excuse to reach for it even more, which was super exciting for me. This rolled in the September update and it weighed 53 grams in the September update. It did weigh 52 grams during the November update last month, and it still weighs 52 grams today. I will be really curious just to kind of compare, even when this rolled in, like that photo to where it is now. I feel like each time I have updated this project, I get super excited to see the progress photos for this, and then I'm like, oh, it doesn't look like I've made much progress at all, but I swear I have. And I've really tried to wear away like this entire rectangle where it said Nabla, but then this past month I really was focusing my brush up here as well, so I'll just be curious to see if it looks like there's been any progress at all, but I promise you I've been using this. Again, one of my favorite products, so I likely would have reached for it anyway, but this just gave me an excuse to reach for it even more, which was super exciting for me. But after that, this is such a short update for my whole collection project pan update slash finale. Again, I will be wrapping up and finalizing this project today, and then I will be starting again on January 5th of next year. And again, I think I'm just gonna lower my amount of products that I work on at any given time to 6 products, maybe give myself some more challenging goals, but just focus on less products, because I still want to participate in multiple project pans next year. I do really enjoy like participating in the different projects. I just then get super overwhelmed by the amount of products that I'm project panning, and then it leads to project pan burnout like I've been feeling this year. So that's my thoughts. If you guys have any other suggestions or ideas, leave them for me in the comments below. As always, if you have any content you would like to see from me, especially for Vlogmas, please do let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video, for supporting my channel, for supporting me, for supporting Vlogmas. I appreciate it so much. I love you guys, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye.